a long time ago. But let me just get right into this. First of all, I'm redoing a lot of this, and this is my t-shirt from last night, so I decided to put it back on so you relate the video to connect it with the highlight that was done. These headphones are just a prop, just something just I threw on my head because it probably looks kind of crazy. My head probably does. But good evening. First of all, I want you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification because for the next several weeks, I'm going to be doing videos back to back to back about fame, sacrifice, and the Illuminati. Whether you all want it or not, this is what's going to be coming at you. And it's a straight download from the heavenly heavens and from my experience in life and knowledge about things. Most of the knowledge I've gotten downloaded or I've gone through or I've come close enough to know because I am close to my study of the industry and celebrities and music, period. I was raised around music. I was born loving music. I was in my home pursuing music. I went to band class. I learned how to write and read music. I've directed music, produced music, written music. I am working with musicians and artists even currently, not on a large major scale, but one day I will be. And it's mostly because I'm needed in the music industry because people need someone that is authentic, that is not trying to rape them of their riches or their royalties or their fame or their fortune. But I am so 100% trying to um, get individuals to understand that you have to get it right. If you don't get it right from the beginning to the end, it will come back to haunt you. And the Pied Piper has to be paid. If you get it wrong and you go through the wrong avenues, you have to make sure that this is the life that you want. Because the life that you're living now, we're on borrowed time. And the time that we're living now is either going to be easy throughout and just handed to you on a silver platter, or it's going to be a journey that is comes with its ups and downs and hard work and is given to you eventually as time goes on. The best thing to do is to pay your dues and get it in that manner because so many of you are fooled by the enemy of our souls to think that you can get something from him and don't have to owe him anything. There is a price that has to be paid now, later, or in the middle, or throughout the whole process when you take something that is given to you by those ways that are not by due diligence, hard work, and doing it right. And a lot of people don't know this and they don't understand. But when they do understand and they don't choose to go in a different direction, you pay the price for what you do know and what you do understand. If you've gotten that fame and that fortune and you think you can change your mind and say, no, I just don't want it no more because I didn't realize that it would take this much sacrifice. Sorry. And You try to get it back, but also you try to keep the benefits and the riches and the wealth. People aren't telling you. It's a lot of people that I'm going to talk about in the next series of videos. I'm going to talk about Cardi B. I'm going to talk about Charleston White. I'm going to talk about um, your favorite comedian that declares and swears that he's not part of it. I'm going to talk about him. I'm going to touch base on it tonight, but I'm going to do a full video on him. And his name is not coming to my mind right now because that is not my focus. My focus tonight is on Take Keith. And first of all, I want to give my condolences, like I did in the video last night, to his family and to this young man who had the brightest future. And he had the most genuine aura that I've seen on any individual, a genuine heart. And I can't say one way or the other that he was initiated into anything. I certainly hope he wasn't. But the type of fame and the type of notoriety that he got with Drake, with Travis Scott, with Sexy Red, these individuals are connected to the industry and they have paid sufficient alleged sacrifices to be where they are. And to be entangled with them, I'm afraid that there might have been some exchanges that have gone on. So I have to do a balance. I cannot not do a balance of what I believe to be the truth because I am an authentic person that I just have to say what I mean and mean what I say. So I do want to give my condolences. I believe that God was hurt of this individual's passing. I believe it was untimely, but I believe that, do I believe that his soul was saved? Yes, I do believe it was saved. Whatever moment your soul is taken into the arms of the Lord, it can be 5 seconds before you die, or it can be years before you die. But for this individual's heart to be a part of music, the enemy targeted him and saw his aura and wanted that energy. I spoke about energy last night. I don't know if this is going to be a series of videos, but because of the depth that I'm going to go into in this live, I don't know if I can cover it all tonight because of my fatigue. But I want you that join tonight to hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel so that you will get this series of videos that are not only about Take Keith and Sexy Red, but if you hit the notification bell, you'll be able to catch the next video that's going to come after this so that I can continue on to talk about what I'm discussing tonight. In the thumbnail, it said that Take Keith had just done work with Sexy Red, and I've heard in the YouTube streets that Take Keith was pursuing his royalties from the record label that owns Sexy Red's music and her signing with them. And he was doing it through legal means. And they are promoting on the internet that they were in the final stages of taking care of getting him his royalties. They say that because it sounds good, but guess what? What you hear and what is true is not always the same thing. It sounds good, but if it was true, then they would not, in the same breath, be publishing in the YouTube streets that they were not even served the papers. So just because the paperwork is drawn up doesn't mean that they're in final stages to do anything to give the estate their money. They're not in any kind of final stages without papers being served on the parties that they're wanting those royalties from. There's a reason why they weren't trying to give that money, and they're going to probably fight to keep it as best they can. And I believe allegedly that's one of the reasons why, like Prince and like Michael Jackson, that this individual was unalived because greed wants to keep what greed gets. And the devil doesn't want to trade and he doesn't want to play fair. And so they were not in any final stages because a final stage would mean that they were already served and already had accepted service and were sitting down at negotiating tables. If it was filed this year, which they say it was filed in March of 2026, they were a long way from final stages. So let's just clear that up. That is just knowledge, legal knowledge that I have of legal things. And legal things take time, and it does not take 3 months unless you're in a negotiation of settling and you're having a settlement discussed. They did not use the word settlement. They said they were in final negotiations of giving him his just due of his royalties. This young man, I'm sure, was not settling for anything after April, May, June, 3 months after being served the paper. So that I'm not going to stretch this out so long, let me just say that up front. And also in the thumbnail, it says that Sexy Red um, had said that she did join the Illuminati. And in yesterday's video, I discussed real briefly about being approached from the Illuminati to receive $1 million. That's their ballpark. They entice people with the $1 million mark. I was approached twice years ago. I'm trying to remember what year the Illuminati asked me to join them. They connected me, and I didn't discuss this in a video last night, but they were explaining to me that no, you don't have to drink blood like many people say you do. And no, you don't have to sign your name in blood. It's not like that. That they're just individuals just like me. They live normal lives. And there's a lot of things that are misconstrued about what you have to do if you join them. Um, I can't go into all the details of some of the things that they told me because, of course, I'm a curious person and I wanted to hear so that if I ever have to speak to someone, I can say that I did talk to them or that person that was instructed to contact me and ask me and tell me that they would give me $1 million just to be a part of the Illuminati. But how many of you know that there are strings attached with any type of offer of $1 million? Nobody is just going to give you $1 million and you just get to walk away and have it and have this lustrous life with no problems, with no payback. There is a price to pay. Like the thumbnail of one of my short clips says, there's a price, there's a sacrifice for fame. And if a person is constantly getting on YouTube and television and saying there's a price that you have to pay, and they're not willing to pay that price. And they're discussing these individuals that paid that, and, and you know who I'm getting at. One of your favorite comedians, oh gosh, that was on a platform that you would definitely have to be a part of something to get on that platform. But people know how to set you up if you try to get too close to getting your own and having wealth and having that aura about you. Gosh, why does this man's comedian's name, not Dave Chappelle, but we'll get into Dave Chappelle later on down the line. But I'm really understanding now why I had a fight, why I had the enemy has not wanted me to make it to this point that I'm at now. I'm understanding my purpose in this life, and I'm understanding all the ups and downs that I've gone through. And I'm understanding why I went through a lot of downs and ups to get where I am today. Where am I at today? I'm not wealthy, but I'm going to be wealthy. I don't have a lot of money right now, but I know how to be content without having a lot of money. So, because I am in a position like this, that I can get wealth now and I know how to distribute wealth, I only got to this place because of the things that I have experienced and gone through, that God has allowed me to go through, for you, just for your understanding, and just for the multitudes of people that are going to listen to my voice and hear my messages. And my messages are going to be very authentic and very truthful. And I am going to make absolutely certain that I do my best to cross my T's and dot my I's. But let's give our condolences to the family. And I pray that this sacrificial lamb, and I believe that he was a sacrificial lamb, just like Jesus Christ, so that we would open our eyes, because we have been given so many clues in front of our eyes that we have just looked away and just continue to admire these people, these individuals that are in the industry, that have fame and fortune, are put before your face and your eyes with a price. They had to pay a price to get where they are. Not all of them, very few, because everything that has to do with God is few. It's not a lot and it's not broad, but very few. There are few and far in between. There are few that make it. There's a narrow way, and there's not very many people that will make it in. It's broad that the Bible says the way to destruction is. And I'm sorry, but my smile just comes when I'm speaking serious or when I'm speaking um, hurtful. It just comes naturally, and that's just a part of me. So don't think I'm taking this lightly and I'm making a joke of anything I'm saying, but I am waking you up to the reality that there is a price that you have to pay for fame and fortune in most instances, not all instances, because God has a blessing too, and He knows how to bless His people. But in most instances, when you see a person arrive with that status overnight, there is a price that they decided to pay. There is a video that Sexy Red did, and there's a gentleman that talks about an industry plant, and Sexy Red asks, "What is an industry plant?" And they said somebody that is given all these benefits, that did not pay the price, that didn't struggle from beginning to end to get where they are today and were put in that position and just branded to just be a popular and a wealthy person overnight. They call her an industry plant. They call who is that rapper that you don't hear much about? Not Lotto, but the one with the Raggedy Ann look, with the Raggedy Ann hair, and they call her an industry plant. There are several people that they call an industry plant, but she connected a long time ago with Drake, and she was given an opportunity by Drake. Drake is allegedly a gatekeeper, and Drake offered this opportunity to her. Drake had already had experience with Tay Keith. Even Travis Scott had already had experience with Tay Keith. They had to find someone, and this is all alleged, that could get close enough to Tay Keith to get his focus on that person to accomplish the means to an end. And who did they find? They found a quote unquote alleged industry plant. Now, Sexy Red begs to differ on this video, and you can get this video information. I'll link it in the description. There's a channel called Black something. It's in my description right now. If you go to the description, you'll see it. But I'm going to play a video, and I want to answer the question. First of all, that is Sexy Red a part of the aluminum foil people? And Sexy Red on her own admits that she is a part of the aluminum foil people. And I'm going to let you hear it because I am too tired to show you on my phone. I'm going to play it from my television, turn it up exceptionally loud, and tell you to look in my description and give credit to the person where I got the information from. So let's go ahead and turn it up, and let's hear Sexy Red confess out of her own mouth. And this is where I got surgery, y'all. So if you can see it, I got cut right here, and I had a pinched nerve, and I'm healing from this. And my arm is kind of swollen. I just took the bandage off today. I was told I could take it off. I gotten it done last Tuesday, and just pray for me that my arm has developed some sort of relief from the surgery that I had. But gosh, I wish I could. I wish I could. Let me see if I can do it from my phone. I think I can. This is called Sexy Red. When someone fails to pay their property tax. Sexy Red took the deal. And I was going to play it from the television, but I'm on my laptop, and I don't want to spin my laptop around and don't have you see it very clear. So I'll try to get to that point, okay? So let me do that. Do you a favor.
Are, they're like obsessed with girls like that. But anyways, she comes from, you don't know anything about industry shit, sacrifice, deals with the devil, so on and so on, right? You could just tell once she got into the industry, certain things have to happen for you to pay for that success.
Yeah, they said, did I sell my soul? Should I just tell them the truth? She sold it for a double cheeseburger with mac sauce. With extra onions on it, baby. Don't play. It's time for me to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, yes, they got me in this shit. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it. I did. I'm in this shit, man. I'm in this shit.
Yo, she's like,
That's what y'all wanted to hear. Now I'm saying it. They talk about stop playing. Yes, I'm with the Illuminati. Yes.
I was kind of surprised, but wasn't surprised at the same time. So this is on TMZ, and it says she was in a legal fight. Well, and it says that Tay Keith was in a legal fight with Sexy Red Label over money, and this was not resolved when he died, basically. So says D'Amica Davis, attorney for the Rebel label, tells TMZ Sexy Red is overwhelmed with grief at the devastating loss of her dear friend and artistic collaborator Tay Keith. Tay was a brilliant artist, and through his close musical partnership with Sexy, he became a genuine friend to everyone at Rebel. So it says royalty negotiations are handled by labels, not artists. We know that. And I've worked closely with the legal counsel and team for Tay Keith to finalize the royalty agreement to fully compensate him for his valuable contributions as a musical collaborator with Sexy Red. In fact, we were in the final stages of getting Tay Keith fully compensated before his shocking passing this week. We are expediting the finalization of this work with Tay Keith's attorney so that full payment can be made to his estate as soon as possible. For some reason, I just don't believe that. For some reason, I don't believe that. So just so happened that y'all was in the final stages when he died. That shit don't even make no sense. Said the dispute between the parties' respective labels and naming Sexy Red in the lawsuit was a legal formality. Any allegations are directed at the label, not Red personally. Both labels have been cooperating, and the matter is close to being resolved. Tay and Red remain friends, and he considered her sister. They were in a studio together as recently as last week recording on new music. We appreciate Red's sentiments and condolences during this difficult time. Some just don't make sense. So it says, according to the court documents, Tay, he sued Sexy's label back in March 2026. So he just sued him a couple months ago, claiming he produced 13 songs for her in 2024, including Pound Town, which was like her biggest single hit, basically. Tay claims Sexy's song made millions from sales and streaming, but he says he never got paid for his services. In his suit, Tay claims Sexy's label was also refusing to provide him with any accounting for the revenues generated by the song so that he could get his cut of the royalties. The music producer asked the court to force the label to turn over an accounting, declare that he was owed money, and award damages, y'all.
Now, see, you guys, and forgive me, but I cannot hold it up any longer on this arm. This arm has been injured, as I stated. So I had to let that go. And you can look at the rest of it from looking in my description and looking at the whole video. The whole video is great. This guy is great, did his research, and he is phenomenal. And I'm subscribed to his channel as of yesterday. But listen, Sexy Red, young girl, doesn't realize that when she's gotten chosen by Drake to be this person, and Drake has put his stamp on her. Drake can put his stamp on somebody, and that person can be made a millionaire overnight. She said with her own mouth that she is signed up with the aluminum foil gang. And a lot of times you don't realize what you signed up for. Now here she is doing music with him right up to the point, according to her attorney, doing music for him right up to the point of his passing. How much she knew about it and how she played a part in it, no one will know as of yet. But it's going to come out. It's going to come out. And wouldn't that be a shame if we found out that there was some type of oral um, things that were given to him in her presence, and she left knowing this and is devastated from the fact that she knew this, knew she played a part in it, knew this was part of the sacrifice that she signed up for, and knew that she had to do it herself, or that she had to allow somebody else to come in, or she didn't do it at all. and it's just a consequence of the fame that she has. So I've checked off all three boxes because I was not there. So everything that I'm saying is alleged. However, for a statement to be given by an attorney, that is a protective thing. You know, of course, she would not want to give a statement herself to protect the shmoney that she's getting, and that's Cardi B word, the shmoney. Cardi B is now saying that she's glad that she's where she is and doing what she's doing in the industry. When she first started out after the Love and Hip Hop, she was devastated that she made that choice. She had wished she had never. And now she's more living with that thing because a lot of these artists that decide to pay the cost to sacrifice individuals or themselves or their own lives for fame and fortune, they decide that they just have to live with it because they understand what they got into. Some of them don't. And oh gosh, why is this comedian's name keep coming to my head? Charleston White is not the person I'm thinking of, but oh gosh, let me just find it for you because it's gonna bug me. So let's do like this. Hey Google, who is the comedian that said that Diddy um, wants to play and you got to tell Diddy no? Who's that comedian? No, it's not Cedric the Entertainer. Who's the comedian? It's too bad nobody's up at this time because I can get it in the chat.
So this is how they do.
Who's the comedian that said on a talk show that you have to tell Diddy no? Cat Williams. Okay. Let me say something about Cat Williams because he keeps coming to my mind and God definitely wants me to speak on him. Cat Williams for so long